A few years ago, the RYB kindergarten, where a group of children were suspected of being sexually abused and sparked outrage, recently caused a new incident in Ruijin City, Jiangxi, triggering another wave of outrage. On the evening of April 12, a male kindergarten teacher posted 3 photos of a boy smelling an adult's foot on his social media, commenting that, "Cultivate from an early age, feel it, think about it," and "shielded from parents and bosses." Angry netizens denounced that, "It's RYB again, disgusting. RYB kindergarten sucks, they are so reckless in hurting children because of their tough background." A few years ago, the RYB was accused of child abuse, and now it did this sick thing. This kind of kindergarten should be closed. We should make a blacklist of teachers who would never be hired. As a kindergarten teacher, you are not meant to do such things. Years ago, those children who were physically and sexually abused ended up with nothing definite. The government will only claim to highly focus on the incident, but how can such disgusting things still happen if they really have any focus? Ruijin RYB Kindergarten is also known as Ruijin RYB Eastern International Kindergarten. After calling the police, the RYB Education posted a statement on April 13 stating that the suspected teacher, Ms. Leo, was playing with children when the smelling feet incident occurred. Currently, no coercion, child abuse, or indecent behavior were found. RYB Kindergarten is part of RYB Education. RYB Education is a private preschool education company in mainland China, founded in 1998, registered in the Cayman Islands, and headquartered in Beijing. In 2003, RYB Education established its first RYB Kindergarten in Beijing, which was later replicated in other cities and received attention from various levels of the Chinese government. In 2004, RYB undertook the National Education Scientific Planning Projects from the 10th Five-Year Plan of the Chinese Communist Party to develop its early childhood education program. In 2009, the Preschool Education Committee of China awarded RYB the title of Outstanding Private Kindergarten. RYB Kindergarten and RYB Learning Center were recognized by the State Administration for Industry and Commerce of China as the only Chinese well-known trademarks in the field of early childhood education and preschool education in China. On September 27, 2017, RYB Education was listed on the New York Stock Exchange, becoming the first independently listed preschool education enterprise in mainland China, and establishing partnerships with a number of early childhood education institutions in the U.S. The company's business, which has received high-profile support and praise from the CCP, has been plagued by scandals for several years. In addition to the common management problems that have led to the sudden closure of some branches, the disappearance of those in charge, the withdrawal of money, or the escape of money owed, and more seriously, the constant exposure of child abuse. For example, in December 2015 in Taiji District, Saiping City, Jilin Province, several teachers of the RYB Kindergarten repeatedly stabbed children in the head, limbs, buttocks, and legs with sewing needles in classrooms and bathrooms, and threatened to keep the victims from telling their parents. Almost 30 children were involved. In the following years, many child abuse and indecent incidents of RYB Kindergarten were reported in different areas: Dahongmen in Beijing, Yunhe District in Changzhou, Hebei, and Bank City in Qingdao. The most notorious scandal was uncovered in September 2017, shortly after RYB's US IPO. On November 22 of that year, 8 parents reported to the Beijing Municipal Public Security Bureau Chaoyang branch, alleging that their children had been fed drugs and stabbed at RYB Education Xintiandi Kindergarten. On November 23, dozens of parents blocked the entrance to the kindergarten, demanding to see the surveillance video regarding the child abuse at the kindergarten. The kindergarten said that only the police can access the surveillance content. According to the interviews disclosed by the Chinese media, in addition to the fact that more than a dozen parents found that their children were suspected of having been injected and fed unknown pills, there was also a high possibility that many children were sexually abused. The naive children told their parents that there were Dr. Grandfather and Dr. Uncle, and that Uncle was naked and everyone is also naked for body examination. The 2 to 3-year-old children could even fully imitate the actions of the Dr. Grandfather and Dr. Uncle, which were highly suspected of sexual abuse. A mother said her child was stripped naked to stand for punishment and saw a girl also standing naked sexually assaulted into a coma and was resuscitated by chest compressions on the spot. Another father reported that his son was found to have an anal fissure for unknown reason. The child described to his parents the teacher's words. "The teacher has a long telescope and can see everything you do at home. Don't say anything to your parents." After the allegations of indecencies and suspected sexual assault came out, the whole incident escalated immediately. The media in mainland China have uncovered the details of the head office of the kindergarten, revealing that the Meng Liang family, the company's largest shareholder, has close ties with senior military officials. The Meng Liang family even had a relationship with Meng Jiangxi, the former secretary of the CCP's Political and Legal Committee, who had visited one RYB kindergarten the year before, raising public attention. As it was rumored that the 13th Regiment of Beijing Garrison Police Guards, known as the Tiger Regiment, was involved in the incident, the anger from the internet was immediately directed at the top management of the kindergarten, which has a military background. Tiger Regiment became the trending word at that time. Since the scandal involved the CCP military, Beijing authorities immediately silenced the scandal by deleting all posts on the internet, WeChat, and other social media, and ordering the media to report it in a uniform manner. The media, the Beijing police, and the relevant government departments, all of them shifted the public focus to child abuse while deliberately avoiding the existence of sexual assault. On November 25, the police officials announced the dismissal of the director of the kindergarten and the arrest of a woman who claimed that military personnel were molesting children in a group, and a 22-year-old teacher, Ms. Liu, who allegedly abused children. Despite the shutdown of public opinions, questions about the whereabouts of Dr. Grandfather and Dr. Uncle proliferated on the internet, and people demanded that the truth be revealed. The surveillance video of the kindergarten is surely the most powerful evidence for the group indecencies of young children. In fact, when RYB Education was listed, its president told the media that RYB's directly operated and franchised campuses across the country have been gradually phased in with a no dead-end surveillance system. However, as the CCP's usual means, whenever an investigation into official behavior requires access to surveillance video, some accidental reasons such as power outage, equipment failure, or missing records will inevitably occur at the right place and the right time, resulting in the absence of video evidence. Not surprisingly, in a later notification, officials said, the classroom video storage hard disk was damaged, caused by multiple forced power cuts. Now it has been restored for about 113 hours of video, and no one was found to have committed abuse against the children. Ironically, after the exposure of the RYB scandal, the CCP Supreme People's Procuratorate quickly set up new regulations. On December 1, the Procuratorate issued a notice saying that the current cases of child abuse in kindergartens in many places have had an adverse impact. The Supreme Procuratorate required prosecutors at all levels to severely punish crimes against children and instructed authorities at all levels to approve arrests and bring public prosecutions in accordance with the law as quickly as possible. When dealing with crimes against children such as rape, indecent assault, abuse, and intention to kill, etc. In addition, Southern Metropolis Daily reported on November 29, Pomerantz LLP, a veteran Wall Street law firm, on November 27 filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, taking RYB to court. The suit alleges that the defendants made false and misleading statements about the company's business operations and compliance policies, including the defendants' failure to establish safety policies to prevent sexual abuse in schools. Notably, the complaint particularly addressed the term sexual abuse, not the general term of child abuse.